Alright, welcome to day 53 of our journey to Platinum here in Elden Ring. Yesterday we went through super extensively this huge open section of water here beneath Raya Lucaria. So today I'm going to be wrapping up this section, and as usual, just like stated at the beginning of each episode in case you're new, we're obviously going super thorough in this playthrough. That's why we're only to this place in the game on day 53. So the goal is to essentially be the most thorough you could possibly be in terms of environmental exploration, to the point of collecting every last crafting material as much as I possibly can. Obviously some things are going to be missed, but even in large areas like this, I like to zigzag back and forth, see what I can pick up, make sure that as much as I can possibly pick up is picked up. So we went through and did that yesterday for this entire section here with the woods, all of this leading up along the land here. So now basically what's left is I want to do this little section of land here, which will actually just take me up to... Wait, who is that? Is that... Oh, Bach is over here now. I didn't realize he already made it over here. So there's a spirit spring here that'll take me up there, and then I want to do this little section here, which is what we're kind of running through right now, because I didn't really run through this section over here too much. Again, this is mostly just open. It's just sort of open water, but again, the premise of the series is let's check absolutely everything, every last inch of the environment, even if it's not really necessary. That's sort of the name of the game here. And we've made it this far doing that, so I don't plan to stop doing that now. And we're kind of getting back to where I was yesterday. I know that this section I kind of ran through. And then this gets over towards the land, and this land is what will kind of be underneath Raya Lucaria. So I want to save that for later. I'm kind of saving everything Raya Lucaria related probably for last in the area. I mean, technically I can get the glintstone key today if I want to. And then we really could get started with Raya Lucaria. And the stuff underneath, I don't need a glintstone key for anyway, like this land under here. But I'm thinking that I still want to save all this for a little bit. I kind of want to do this later on and get basically everything else in Liurnia done first, I think. Possibly even Crystalian Manor done first. I don't know that it's not really necessary, and I also don't even really know if doing Crystalian Manor first is going to affect... Like, I don't know if that affects things adversely in any way. I'm just not totally sure about that in terms of progressing NPCs and things like that. So I may end up doing Raya Lucaria before Crystalian Manor because of the fact that that's sort of on the edge of Mount Gelmer, I feel like. So we'll see. But I think that this... I would say now this is probably good. I think I've run through all of this open area, and essentially we found absolutely nothing. Zilch, nada, zero, nothing. So there's this piece of land, so I don't want to check this yet, because it goes out of the way of the progression going on in my brain of what we need to check in order to be thorough to the obsessive level, as always. And I'm gonna go. So I've been using the bridge as my guide for how far I want to explore right now, and then we'll go past the bridge later on. But this section, I think I pretty much checked this out yesterday. I just didn't take the spirit spring, and I think I want to quickly take the spirit spring though, and go up and talk to Bach. Because since he's there now, that means his quest line has progressed. I didn't realize that he'd move over here already. I was thinking that it would probably be more towards when I finish Raya Lucaria, I think is what I was thinking. That's when he would move, but I guess whatever has happened, whatever I've done, already triggered his quest line to progress. And I didn't even remember that this is where he was found next. And the thing is, as I've been playing through, since this is playthrough number 2 for me, I'm realizing the fact that not only is obviously everything open world to the point where you could approach this game completely different every time and everyone's playthrough is going to be different. Not only is that the case, but it also, by the way, sit and laugh at this guy and his massive ding-a-ling, just ding-a-linging around. Not only does that make it where you can play the game differently, but also, as you do that, you're going to interact with the NPCs differently too. And I guess I didn't realize the fact that even if you, just like someone else, are going through and making sure that you do everything that is available for an NPC. Like, even if you go through and you make sure, alright, like, I know that I have to do this, this, and this to make them do this, and to make sure that I get all their dialogue and things like that. Even if you're doing that, it could still potentially be a little bit different depending on which direction you go in the environment, from what I can tell. Because what I'm seeing is that, specifically, the first time I noticed it was Alexander Warjar, and how in my first ever playthrough, I first found him in the Rear Gale Tunnel entrance in Caelid. No, I'm sorry. I first ever found him on Stormhill, and then found him at the Rear Gale Tunnel entrance. Whereas this time, I first found him at the tunnel entrance and never even saw him on Stormhill. So, that shows me that even though I haven't, as far as I can tell, I haven't necessarily missed any part of his quest line. I may have missed some dialogue. It just shows me that depending on how you walk through the game, you very well may see things at a little, like even with NPCs, you may see things at a little different, in a little different order or whatever. So it just further makes this type of playthrough difficult with checking everything because of how many possibilities there are. But anyway, a lot of this stuff I'm not going to explore now, but what I did figure I might as well do is just, this is a whole like dip down in the area, as you can see on the map. So this was like the lower portion, this was what I jumped, like around here is where I jumped up to. So I figure I can check all this and then head up to box, so at least this lower section is done when I do decide to explore the highway up here. And isn't it, it's Bellum Highway, right? I've said it so many times past couple of episodes, but for some reason I still managed to forget. But yeah, I believe this is the Bellum Highway up here, so I'll be able to explore everything else thoroughly when we actually go through Bellum Highway a few episodes down the line. But if I at least do like little odds and ends like this, and yeah, Bellum Highway, boom, what a memory I have. If I at least do little things like this and do my obsessive checking over certain environments, small areas ahead of time, then it saves time when we're actually here going through absolutely everything. Why does that... Oh, that's a rock. It looks like one of those massive land squirts that you find in Caelid. So I did a double take, because I was like, there's no way I passed by a giant land squirt and didn't see it. Like, those boys, there's no one missing them. Oh, this gives you a better view since you're not down in the fog. And yeah, this is basically just, it's just a massive open area. There's like nothing in here. So I would say that I can pretty much say all of that was explored very, very thoroughly. Again, to an obsessive level, as always. But that whole area down there, yesterday it was a long episode because of the fact that there was so much just open terrain and a lot of stuff to sort of run back through, I feel like. And initially I think I started the episode by saying I might be able to do it quickly. Man, I'm sorry, I always yawn when I start recording these videos. I just got finished recording Minecraft for like 2 hours because of the stupid mending books that I was trying to get in today's episode. So I'm exhausted now. But what I was saying is I think I started yesterday's episode by saying that it would probably be pretty quick because it was an open area, and it ended up being the exact opposite of quick because of the fact that that the area was so large and just open, it took forever to explore it all.
Bock the seamster at your service, master. Ready to make adjustments to your garments.
Okay, so he doesn't have anything else to say right now, and I still have to do the thing where I think I have to have him alter, like, boss garments or something. I think that does something with his quest line, so I don't really need him to do anything right now.
Please,
Okay, yeah, so there's nothing really important with him at the moment. And I haven't talked to that finger reader crone yet because I decided we'd wait to talk to her. So all of this is done now then. The Academy Gate Town is done. Where do I want to head next then? Maybe I should head... So I've made it all the way to, like, right here. Like, sort of this line, well, more of this line, I guess. Some of this hasn't been done, but obviously up to Rose Church has been. So I guess let's go to Folly on the Lake and maybe start exploring through that. And I think that this will lead me... I think that this will take me down underneath... Yeah, over here is towards, like, the Albinaric village or whatever it is. So, just to kind of get my bearings, what I'm going to do is run out here towards some of the stuff that I've already explored, because I just want to get an idea of what I stopped at. So I think that right around... no, this isn't it. I think right over here is about where I stopped when we were going through the other day, and then I kind of just sprint through to get to that grace. So I'd say that about here is where I should start, and obviously, so everything through here, that leads into the back section, so I'm not going to go through any of these holes in the wall. Yeah, and this is definitely, I've definitely been here before, because I remember those guys being right there. But then I think that all of this, will this lead me back to, over towards Boiled Prawn, towards the Black Guard, and then this one, I think this is the spot. Yeah, this is the spot where all of the lobsters are sleeping. Okay, so that kind of gives me context for what I've explored and what I haven't, and how far I've made it. So we'll kind of start from here and move our way along all of this. Again, it's going to be a little bit of a lengthy process checking through all of this water. To be totally honest with you, even though I've talked about the fact that I love Liurnia, I think it's a beautiful area. I think it's the prettiest area in the whole game, to be honest. But also, to be honest, I will be glad when we're out of here, because of the fact that going this thorough in an environment like this is sort of making me go a little bit nuts, because it's so hard to really be sure that you're checking through everywhere when it's just like it all looks the same down here. So I feel like I just can't tell what I've been to and what I haven't. And see, I'm already sort of looping back on myself. So I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit today and fly through some of this. But see, you can only fly through so much because of the fact that I'm picking up all this stuff. But then, so see, this section here, this was where the grafted scion spawned, just out of the blue. And I was not expecting him to make his presence known. I had no idea there was one there. So he's been taken care of. I can't remember if he dropped... I think he dropped a decent item. I can't remember what it was, though. But then, see, this whole section of woods, because we're past this here, like I said, this kind of felt like my line of how far I had made it to before. So because of that, I feel like that's about as far as I made it. So everything else along here is sort of unexplored territory in terms of a lot of these woods and stuff. So a lot of these I still need to check out. And we're just going to kind of sprint through these today. Because like I said, I'm frankly getting tired of being as thorough as I have been. It's getting exhausting. So I'm just gonna do my best, and then we'll head into this Folly on the Lake area. So that right there is Folly on the Lake itself, the one and only, which should then lead me underneath towards where the Albinaric village is. And I think that we encounter... I was talking about this many episodes ago. I think that we encounter Nepheli Lu inside of the Albinaric ruins, from what I remember. Or not the Albinaric ruins, but like the village or whatever it is in there. And this, I ran over to this just because I think that I decided that everything leading up to the church had been taken care of. I think that I checked all of this stuff basically all the way up to where those Miranda flowers are at. But I don't think I killed these, so I do want to walk through this section real fast, because I do think that I basically stopped. I think I stopped right over here at that entrance into the town. So kind of here at the wall is as far as I made it. So we're going to check around here real fast and then work our way back over towards Folly on the lake. And this is a spot that we were at was it 2 days ago? I think that was 2 days ago. I kind of went in there and checked all that out. There's a crab in there. And there was also one of the, I think it was an Ash of War Scarab hanging from the bridge that I almost totally missed. Super easy one to miss. And then these ruins, yeah, because this gets to where that grace is. So this part has totally been explored. But then, like I said, I think that this section, which actually leads over to Rose Church, I believe this was checked as well. And I know that in terms of the island that Rose Church is on, that was very much checked. I checked that real thorough. Gave that a real nice thorough colonoscopy. So that is done. All right, so this though leads me back into this section of woods that I definitely haven't been through yet. So let's move our way into here. See what we got. You're gonna have to just cool your jets, cool your pedals with that, because I don't want any of that nonsense up in here. That's that attack that even when the little Miranda sprouts do that, they can just stagger train you, and you end up falling off a torrent. It's obnoxious. Not a fan, and that happened, I feel like, a couple of times yesterday because of all the Miranda flowers that I was fighting. And I'm just looping up and down through here like always, just to be sure that there's nothing underneath any of these trees, making sure that there's no crafting materials, but more importantly, no items that could possibly be important. Because that would suck if I missed something here. Because then I'd have to come back. That's mostly why it would suck. Because then I'd have to come back and do all this all over again. Okay, so then this was the spot that I was at. So we're kind of a little bit past Folly on the lake here. Yeah, see, this is the stuff I'm looking for, is items like this. I saw him there, but I guess I just decided to ignore him, which probably wasn't the smartest decision ever. Goodness. Ooh, he's gonna kill me. I need to heal real fast. That was close. You were not going to do this to me. Gotcha. What a jerk. He needs to just take a chill pill. Just a chill pill. Because if he takes a chill pill, then he'll be chilly. And he won't be able to swing his arms as fast at me. You would think he'd be a little bit more cold. And see, I just ended up back at the same spot. I get so turned around. I think he'd be a little bit more cold in this area. And his claws would be a little less willing to cooperate. But for some reason, crabs do not get cold, apparently. You're very shiny. Your skin is very... You look like... He looks like he's porcelain, or like he's all lubed up for a bodybuilding show. Okay, what does this lead over to? So this will take me towards the shore, I guess. And then over here on this side... So I don't think I've explored everything on this side of Rose Church. I would say that hasn't been touched, so let me not do that yet and just keep moving my way back into here through this section of woods. I still don't know what these... I guess that's showing the currents. I don't know what those things are that look like pads on the map all through the water. Like I said, I guess it's supposed to sort of like denote the way that the currents are going, but I don't really know. So that item was grabbed. Doubt there's anything on here. Oh man, I didn't realize you could see that church so well from down here. And again, that's just another angle of the church that I've been talking about that we won't be able to get to really anytime soon. Okay, so then this is not where I want to be. I think probably the best way to do this, to get into this area, is to probably go up on the land over here, because I know that there's a way down into this lower section from on the land. The lower section as in, like, the stuff underneath here. And I think it might be right there, if I'm remembering properly. So some of this stuff we'll have to run back through later on, because this is a whole thing too that probably has some stuff I just overlooked. But this is really what I was hoping to get to largely in this episode. So Folly on the Lake again is in the middle of those woods. And then this is what will lead me under, I believe. So let me see, so this leads me up. And I think, I think there's a grace not too far up here. So I'm going to go see if I can grab that real fast. I think it's right near, oh yeah, because this is one of those towers. Ooh. Ooh. Maybe I should go inside real fast, because we haven't really done many of these towers yet. Alright, where are we right now? This is Converted Tower. I guess let's venture in real fast. Check it out, because some of these have puzzles before you can get into them, but it appears that that is not the case with this one. So we'll just walk right on inside, no key necessary. You know what? So, excuse me. Oh, that's right. This is one that has a puzzle. I don't actually remember how to do this. Erudition guide thee. I don't remember what you do. Cuckoo glintstone. But something that's interesting, at least to me, is so the way that Marika is in this statue, usually like she's got her arms out and everything. My brother pointed out to me yesterday, he'd never played Elden Ring before, so he was over and I was kind of showing it to him a little bit. And he noticed that on the Stake of Marika statues, she does not have arms. Like, they're busted off, and I had never noticed that before. Ooh, can I get in right up there? Very nice, very nice. So is there... Okay, so that'll just drop me back down to her. Let me go up first. Unless is there something that blocks me up here? Or is that literally the whole thing? Yeah, I guess you just have to hop in the back. I don't know why I didn't realize that. Oh, yes, finally. I have been hoping for another memory stone for so long. Ooh, you can kind of get a nice view of Ray Lucaria from in here. And of some of the land that we'll check out soon. That's where that other minor Erdtree is. Man, what an extensive game. So much to see and explore. But yeah, another memory stone is very, very much appreciated because I'd been needing another one for a long time. I'd felt like for a long time I didn't have the slots I needed. Man, am I yawning? So does this... Can I drop to anything that would be helpful here, or... I mean, I guess I can drop on top of her, but... I think that's... Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I did notice an item behind the place, though. And actually, does any of this stuff... No, I don't think so. Because I never found... Because it took me forever to find that entrance in my first ever playthrough in the back, I feel like I spent a bunch of time at this tower just, like, hitting things, hoping something would open. And nothing ever did. Okay, a couple magic grease. Okay, so then... So, like I said, we're at Converted Tower. So I've grabbed this. What I think maybe I should do... So, this way right here, and actually while I'm up above, let me take a look at this real fast. So, that leads back out into the woods. This is what's going to lead under. Yeah, and I can see the village there. You can see the village straight across, or at least part of it. So I guess let's do this. Let's, I'm gonna kill these guys just that way they don't cause me any issues for me. There's a couple of them here. But what I'm wondering is, should I go out and finish the rest of that section of water that I was in before I go under here? Because it seems like maybe that would break it up better if I do that first, since there's just a little bit left of the water out there to explore. Like in that section that I was in, there's still a good bit more of just the water in general. But that section of woods I was in, there's not much left, and it might be good to just get that over with. What do you get for them? 110? Because if I... No, I think I want to go and Well, no, I think it's going to be best to wrap this up. So, I won't go past the land then right now. Let's kind of check all along these edges leading back out. Leading back out to the water and out towards where, I guess towards where, like, Folly on the lake is. I mean, I know this is not in the direction of Folly on the lake, but it kind of leads into the woods near Folly on the lake. So I think if I get through all of this, all of this section of water out here and everything that leads into the, like, under mountain area, then I'll know, okay, all the outskirts are done, and we can really just all focus, all cylinders go, can be on the stuff underneath. Yeah, so let's kind of work our way out this way. Man, I hate it when it gets all foggy like this. You can't see anything. It's obnoxious. Ooh, and I do want to go, I'm going to grab this real fast, because this should have a Gold Rune 6 in it. What you guys got for me today? Oh yeah, and I can, I wonder, what should I re-equip now that I have this Memory Stone? I don't know what I've been missing most. I feel like I've definitely missed my Flame Sling, but also I haven't been able to use my Flame of Frenzy in a long time either, so maybe that could be a good thing to re-equip. I'm not really sure. What you drop for me? Google Glintstone. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for that. Appreciate that. But yeah, so now I guess that'll be my question is, or my decision is figuring out what I want to now memorize in terms of my sorceries and incantations and stuff. Because now that I have a whole extra memory slot, that is super nice. And I know that there's a couple other... because yeah, I was going to say there's a couple other things too that I had considered attuning or memorizing, but I didn't have space, so I guess I have multiple contenders for that slot. Because one of the other things was Flame Cleanse Me, which clears rot and poison effects. I think it totally clears them from what I remember. Or at least it brings your meter down if you're on the way towards rotting or getting poisoned. So that's another one that I've considered putting in that memory slot. So I guess maybe next time I'm at Grace, if I remember, and I'm 99% sure I won't remember, but next time I remember when I'm in a Grace, I should look through all of the options that I have and kind of decide, all right, which one is going to be most beneficial for me right now? What am I missing the most in terms of like, what's the thing that I've most said, oh man, I wish I had that right now? And what's going to serve me best at this portion of the game? I definitely feel like, even though I don't particularly want to put Flame Sling back on, just because I don't love it that much, I do feel like that's probably what I should put back on, and probably what I'll end up putting back on, because of the fact that Flame Sling just helps. I feel like it just helps a lot in a lot of different situations. So I feel like it would be beneficial to rememorize, because I feel like I've hit a lot of spots ever since I took it off. I feel like I've hit a lot of spots where it's been like, oh, okay, well, there's an enemy here that I'm dealing with that is susceptible to fire, but oh, too bad, I don't have flame slings, I'm gonna have to use fire pots. Oh, but I don't actually have any fire pots crafted right now, and I'm in combat and I can't craft them. So like, that's kind of what I'm talking about. So I feel like flame sling could potentially be my top contender for what I should memorize in that slot now. But like I said, there's other good options, and Flame Cleanse Me is a really, really good option. So, so this sort of gets to the edge of, I should really just explore all the rest of this brush that gets to the edge of all of this, because you can kind of see on the map where it ends. So I really should just check all this out now, I guess, and then work my way back through, rather than having to come back to all this later. Like later today or another day entirely. Yeah, because see, it stretches out here, and this is leading me back towards where Rose Island, or Rose Church is at, where White Mask Bear is now camping out. Yeah, the woods they're definitely thinning out here a little bit. They're definitely getting to middle age. So that's super nice because that means we're almost done with wood sections. Because the only thing that would be left would be like this woodsy section over there. Once I get through all this. So that is sweet. I'm so done with running back and forth over and over in these woods all through this game. Oh yeah, but some of that I will maybe have to go around Rose Church at some point, because I feel like I didn't go all the way around some of the woods that were surrounding the church. And see, this is like woods, but it's super easy to see. Like, you can see through it. It's not like a bunch of low-hanging stuff where it's like, crap, I can't even tell what I've gone through and what I have not. Okay, so let me kind of loop my way back into here real fast. Mushroom? We were talking about LSD in yesterday's episode, so go check that out if you'd like to discuss LSD. Not discussing actually using it. I do not recommend that, nor do I ever plan to utilize it, but just talking about trips and stuff, so, you know, it was a whole conversation, so you should probably go check that out. I'm sure that you'd have fun with that. I mean, because really, who doesn't have fun talking about LSD and the crazy things that have happened to people while they were using it? Hello there. So, see, all these sections here, what is that? Oh, that's just a downed tree, I think. So this, I feel like over here I kind of went through. This back section here is probably fine. There's a glowing skull over here. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I yes. I don't know where I heard that. I feel like I heard that somewhere specific. Don't mind if I yes. And I can't remember what it was specifically, or if I heard it in a couple of different places and then just squish the memories together in my brain. Alright, any glowing fireflies here? Apparently not. And then, let's see, so this gets back out to stuff that I was looking at just a little bit ago. And then this will take me, let's see, this will take me into this inner portion. And I feel like some of this inner portion I didn't check, but I do feel like I ran through at least some of it. Apparently not all of it, though, because there's a shroom here. Don't smoke it. Trust me, don't smoke it. And then, okay, I think we've got to be pretty much good through all of this. Unless I'm just wildly wrong about that. And see, it's so dark under here, too. Like, I have no idea which things I've been to. Oh, this is... Wait, are we back to... Okay, so we're back to Folly on the Lake. Okay. Alright, so... Cool. So I've got a good idea now of where we're at. Why does that grace look so weird, though? Can I rest at that? I can't rest at that right now. What's up with that? I don't know that I've ever seen that happen. I thought it looked like all blurred. Oh, so is it just... Oh, okay, so if something gets too close... Interesting, I don't think I ever knew that. I don't think I ever knew that if something was that close to a site of grace, that you couldn't teleport to it. Or that you couldn't rest at it, because it still looked like it was going to let me fast travel to it. Okay, so since we made it back to Folly on the Lake... I wanted to run back out here real fast, because this was the only other thing, I think, up along here that I wanted to check, because that leads back to Fallen Ruins. And then what I was going to do is take this path surrounding Rose Church real fast, since there's some open section here. Or actually, no, because that actually, now that I look at it, heads over to the Miranda Flower, so I know I haven't explored that yet. So we can do that. We can do that later. Okay, so let's go back to Folly on the Lake. Kind of wrap up some stuff surrounding that, and then head to this underground section. And so everything here, we're sort of in this inner portion now. So rather than really running outside of this inner portion, let's start exploring this inner area. Does this take me out, or does this just take me... This takes me to, like, a section in between, doesn't it? But then where are those guys on the lake shore? The fire monks, because that would give me an idea of... Oh, wait, doesn't this stretch... Yeah, so this stretches to... Okay, I remember this. I remember this, because I definitely... Didn't I run to here? Because this then takes you... No, I didn't run to here. Where I ran to... Wasn't it this that I ran to? Hang on. Now I don't even know. Let me run this way. If this connects all the way over to this larger section of land. Okay, so this gets to these fire monks. So, like I was saying earlier, that's done. I know that back that way is done. So, I can just kind of continue along the land here, I guess. And there's a glowing skull. Okay. Yeah, so let's go into this portion of land and work our way on in here. Because, like I said, I don't think that I don't recall being through this section. I'm pretty sure that I hadn't really come to here. I feel like I hit those fire monks, killed them, and then kind of stopped moving in this direction. So this is all fresh, all stuff that has not been explored. But again, I'm gonna need to kind of check in these sections here that have woods that I most likely haven't looked at, because like there's little wooded sections here, and yeah, and it looks like some of these woods kind of go all the way up to the edge of this land. Like, I mean, I can see that with my own two eyes, but even on the map, it seems to kind of be showing that. I just don't want to miss any items under here. So that's Folly on the lake right there. And then this whole section here should be good. And I'm kind of just going up to where the edge of this portion of land is. Okay, so let's actually check around Folly on the lake now, because I haven't really gone through this enclosed area yet. So once I go through this, then I will be able to actually go on that strip of land that I was just walking along the edge of. And then we'll be able to move into, like, the poison swamp. And the good old poison swamp. A classic in FromSoft games. Can never get through a FromSoft game without some sort of poison swamp or something that makes you move super slow and is very, very annoying, while at the same time giving you a very annoying status effect that is not helping you in any way, but actually hurting you in every way possible. It's just a staple. It's a classic, man. It's a classic of FromSoft games. Which I'm being all sarcastic, but I don't mind. I think it's a cool part of the games, even though it's wildly annoying. So see, all of these keep leading back out, and I know I've been here because I've come by this spot to pick up the mushrooms a million times. So then here, this takes me back into Folly on the lake. Folly on the lake. It's pretty foolish, if you ask me. Okay, so then this then isn't this? Oh, so this takes me into, where am I? Is this also something that I didn't walk through? Because I swear, I feel like I came to this stuff out here. Oh yeah, because that's where that item is. Okay. So yeah, back here is stuff that I didn't walk through then. It gets so confusing in here. I mean, honestly, even for the developers, even for FromSoft, how did they keep straight, like, what was in here? Because see, this leads, okay, so that leads backwards, or not backwards, but like further into that area, deeper, when it's even darker back there. So I don't particularly want to go in there quite yet. And this, I believe, so is this something that I explored? Because, oh yeah, I remember that spot right there. Okay. Alright, so then everything else should allow me to just move inwards. instead of backtracking. Because it doesn't seem like... This seems like the last spot that has, like, an opening of sorts in these rock formations that'll lead you in here. And then, where's Crab Guy in comparison to this? I don't know, but... Okay, wait, so then that actually leads over... Is this Folly right here? Yes, okay, this is Folly on the lake. Okay, so we looped back around, which is good. So that means that it seems like most stuff in that direction is good, and I think this should loop me back into what I was just looking at. That darker area that I was saying gets even more confusing. I think that'll loop me back into there. So let's go in there. And I apologize for the I know I talk about it all the time. I apologize for the super slow run style. That's been the whole point of this playthrough, is a super slow run style, so that we can collect absolutely everything. And again, hopefully my mumbling and my just, like, talking about nonsense as I go through and check super thoroughly, hopefully it makes you smile in some way. And maybe take some stress off of you for a little bit. Lets you just enjoy life and not have to think about anything. Because the things I'm saying are not very important. They're very, most of the time I'm just sort of mumbling to myself and talking nonsense. For your entertainment, though, might I add. And I think there's a spot here where there's multiple Crystalians. And I feel like it's in here. I feel like it's gotta be in here. So we fought in the Liurnia. Yeah, they are in here. And they're just, like, floating. Okay, so I think there's 3 Crystalians in here. So in the Liurnia Crystal Tunnel, we fought a Crystalian a couple episodes ago. And here, instead of it being 1 Crystalian, it's thrice Crystalians. But I mean, Crystalians aren't that difficult. Like, they're not insane by any means. I mean, obviously I killed the Crystalian in the Crystal Tunnel super, super easy. But when there's 3 of them, it may be a little bit of a different story. Okay. And it's not even technically a boss fight. Like, no health bar. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Like, no health bar pops up. That like, no boss health bar pops up. They each just have their own individual little health bar. So it's technically not a boss, but it technically kind of feels like one. Okay, so then this is a whole... So this looks like maybe the only entrance into this. And then that leads back towards Folly on the lake. Okay, so I guess... What would do well against these? Probably fire, right? I would think. I mean, they're crystals, but I feel like that's similar to being cold, right? It looks cold. Okay, so there's the first one right here, but where are the other ones? So, you know, the other ones, I feel like, just sort of come out of the woodwork. Oh wait, they may be all... I shouldn't have put my fire on yet. All right, I'm gonna just run in, get some initial hits, get this started, get this party going. Oh, did only 2 of them see me? If the other one didn't see me, then that's super dope. Happy about that. Crap. Crap, crap, crap. This is what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about. Roll, 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 my friend Torrent. Crap, I clicked the wrong button. Torrent, come back to me, Torrent. Okay. See, because look, it's just obnoxious poking. Like, you've got to be joking. Like, what is the easy way to deal with this? What is the... I mean, I don't need the easy way. I just need the way that actually works. I need to heal Torrent, too, because he's been hit a good bit. Oh, he hadn't lost all that much health, though. Okay, let's do this. What if I do this to get, like, their outer shell broken down? I don't know. I don't know if this will work to get the outer shell. I don't know if it needs to be more like a pierce. Or not a pierce, but like more of a blunt type of thing with like an actual sword, a sharp object. Okay, I need to use this real fast. Or all three? No, so there's still one that's still not aware of me. I'm gonna pull this out. Oh, but all I have is heal for that. That's right. Maybe I should like kite them around this thing. Crap. And I feel like, frick. Dang it, man. I feel like, I mean, I guess I can try on foot, but I just feel like being on foot is just gonna make it worse. Them and their smug faces. But maybe it won't make it worse. I don't know. I have no idea. And which direction? I don't know. I don't remember how to get there now. Because this is so maddeningly confusing. I think it's through here. Wait. Did I just do a circle? So it's over my goodness, this place. I think I literally just ran a circle. Okay, so I'm just gonna follow my waypoint. Follow the waypoint. I mean, I know that the rune icon is essentially a waypoint, but it felt me better. Made me feel better to mark it. This is a whole thing I haven't looked at too. What the heck is this? Is this coming at it from the other side? Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. And where are my runes? Over here. Alright, so if I can possibly find a way to do one at a time. The one stood up, didn't he? Oh no. Okay, where's the third one? So you got one. Maybe there aren't three. Perhaps not, but I could have sworn that there were three here. Oh my goodness, that is so bright. The crystals are so bright. Okay, so if I shoot at one in any way, I imagine it's got to. Wait, do I still have my bow? I do. I imagine it's got to alert both of them, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. No. Pull. That's what I want. Pull that out. Okay, I'm just gonna see if I can get it, like, do this. Maybe a few things to break his outer shell. I don't know if this stuff works. Once again, because I don't know if I actually need to physically hit him with a weapon or what. I don't know how that works. Okay, and I'm going to hop off of Torrent, and I'm going to try to do this one-on-one, man-to-man. Crystalian to person. Crystalian to tarnished. Ooh. You and your outer shell. There we go. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, and you only get 190 for those friggin' things. My goodness. Alright, and I don't know if it's just him. I'm gonna pull him out, though, like this. Just in case there's another one sitting around here that I'm unaware of. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if these arrows are helping anything. I don't know if it helps break his outer crystal at all. It definitely, they look like they're just bouncing off of him, so it's probably not helping in any way. Alright, can you move a little faster, though? Appreciate that. Before I'm asking him to move slower, now I'm asking that he move faster because I'm running out of patience. Woo! I'm surprised I dodged that. I guess the dodging on him isn't that difficult, but I just struggle with a lot of my dodge timings in general. Okay, let's get a nice oh, you should do a critical on them. That takes like all their health. Okay, that's good to know. So I shouldn't just keep swinging. when you get them to that point. So is there a third Mr. Guy? Like I said, I swear that there was a third one. But I guess not. Okay, alright, so then which path did I take in here? So, let me see. So this takes me... So that's Folly on the lake. Okay, so that's Folly on the lake. So then this path here leads me in. And then you can literally just loop right back out to this. So it's like it's a two entrances here, just side by side, I'm guessing. Looks like that both... Wait, where... Or not? Where the heck? So you got that one right there. This is nothing. But you can... Why can you turn... Oh, so it's just because of that. Okay, alright. But then, this is part of what's been confusing me, I think, is that you can go that way into where the Crystalians are at, or you can go this way, and I think, doesn't this just keep you, out in the... This just keeps you out in the water. But it's so... Like, the tree cover is so crazy that this looks like this is a whole other, like, under the mountain section, like we're heading into where that poison stuff is, or the poison swamp is at. Okay, but then that leads back to the crab. And this then leads back to where I just was. So I guess that's fine then. And then this is where I really want to go. Man, it's so confusing. So many like ways that you could go, and none of them are super obvious. Like they don't, nothing there screamed to me, "Oh yeah, you've been here." Besides maybe that crab. That was pretty much the only thing, and then everything else is kind of like, I mean, you may have been here. It looks the same as everywhere else that you walked today, but you may have been here. I wish that there was... I wonder if to help myself with areas like this, maybe I should be using more of the stuff. More of like the markers and stuff on the map. To where I just mark, okay, like I'm going to mark this little spot here. And since there's a marker on it, I know I've been there. Like maybe that would help, I don't know. Because being this thorough... with no help like that is just, in areas like this, it feels unending. Because it's like, okay, I feel like I've walked through here, but then when you really take a look, and when you pay attention to crafting materials and stuff on the ground, you're like, okay, I haven't walked through here, so how the heck am I supposed to know I was here? So anyways, what a day. What a day. And I'm just trying to grab all of the glintstone fireflies right now. As many as I can manage. I can fit a lot of fireflies in my pocket, though, let me tell you. Okay, and then that goes over there. Did I grab... I didn't walk up here, because I didn't grab this shroom. Yeah, but I feel like I walked right here, so I must have just not walked up on the shore and grabbed the shroom. There's some LSD sitting here. Didn't go up and grab the lst. That's, the quick way to say LSD. It's lst. Didn't go up there and grab it, but I grabbed it now. I'm going to promptly burn it. I saw someone one time, they were having a discussion in a YouTube video about who first figured out certain things that you can smoke. Like who, and I mean, I guess you can consume drugs and stuff like that other ways too, but specifically smoking. Like, who specifically, or not who, it doesn't matter who, but just, it would be interesting to have been there when someone was like, hey, you know that thing that's burning in the fire, like, that has an interesting effect on my brain and the way that I'm processing things right now and on the way that I'm feeling. How do we replicate that? Or how do we... I don't know. How do we get a bigger sensation? But would they have known that they were going to get a greater sensation from... Wait, does this go 2 ways? What the heck is this over here? I kept thinking that I was looking at the same thing. This leads up to something else. I need to go up here then. And this is... Why does this classify this as part of the woods? I'm getting pissed. But yeah, so would they have even known that it was necessarily going to create an even greater effect if they specifically brought it into their lungs? Like, was it burning in a fire or something? And like I said, because that may have been the case. It was just burning in a fire, and they were like, I noticed a sensation with what we just burned. So how do we, like, actually inhale it? I don't know. That's just kind of interesting to think about. Because when I was watching these guys discuss this and sort of their theories on how that happened, one of the guys was saying, he was like, well, it was probably just in a fire, and his description was they were probably burning it in a fire, and they noticed an effect from it, and they decided, how can we get this better into our lungs? And I guess that's maybe a super dumbed down way of saying that maybe that's what they did. So I don't know, but I guess it's really sort of a dumb question anyway, because you could ask that question about just about anything. Like with, I don't know, what's a good example that's not maybe too simplified or dumb. And this also, what the heck is this? So this leads over to like a whole section of land here. And then this stuff back here, is this part of... This is... maybe part of Poison Swamp? But that... Oh no, because that's leading over to where the converted tower is at. Right? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I feel like another example would be something like... I mean, maybe something even as simple... Like, now to us it's simple. Something like electricity. When you think about the fact that someone had to have just sort of noticed things at some point and decided... Let's see if we can harness this. Let's see if we can harness the power of this. And so with something less helpful and just more dumb, like something that you smoke, that yeah, sure, it's fun, but it doesn't necessarily like add benefit to human life, whereas something like electricity does. So it's kind of like it's just sort of a funny question. Who first tried it? And how did it go? Probably not well at first. Okay, so this leads also out to some stuff that I've been to. And like I said, this is kind of showing me this as if... How much will this hurt? Okay, not too bad. Kind of showing me, like, even when I'm up there, it shows it as if I'm sort of out in the woods. And then this is that edge... And then doesn't this take me, if I'm remembering right, what is this taking me to? This is taking me back to Rose Church. And then out to this open clearing. Okay. Man, this is, just bear with me, because holy crap. We're going to wrap pretty soon and call it a day. And we'll just kind of, like, Folly on the Lake will kind of just have to be the only thing that we really, really made it through today. Because this whole area is confusing. Just with how much... Like, I just can't see anything. I can't tell what I've been to. I just literally cannot. Alright, and then this will lead me back towards... Folly right here, and I know I checked around this. Okay, so then that section that I was at, where you go up on the land, and I'm still trying to piece this together because I don't have like a good mental picture in my head of how to get into where the Crystalians were. Wasn't it like right over here? No, because that's what I just dropped from. So that's not how you get into where the Crystalians were. So it must be over here then? Yeah, this is it right here. Okay, so then that means that we've got this section here that leads me up, and I checked along here, but then there was also that other, like, spot I could drop, because, hang on. So this is not where I dropped. I was just down here. But then if you go up further this way, this then leads you to where I actually dropped. Because then that takes you down there, and you can see the converted tower from here. But then we've got this section, which didn't I walk? I think I walked through this. Oh, and this gives you, okay, sort of an upper view of where the Crystalians were at. Okay, and then if we go all the way over here, then we can also, yeah, so then we drop down onto this. Okay, which looks like then this then slopes, gotcha, okay. So this then slopes from over here as well. They sort of just meet together. Like, this is sort of the middle point for them. And then this over here, so there's two, a good way to gauge it, I guess, is there's two large crystals here. It's like this huge one, and then there's this huge one. And everything else is just sort of surrounding it. Like the little crystals, and then the stuff on land here. I need to put my lantern on as well. Okay, so I'm kind of understanding and processing at this point, I think. So this leads down into where the actual poison stuff is. So let's finish this section of land before doing that. But then this was initially the path that I had started walking up, and then realized, oh, wait a second, there's a second path. And then this, again, will just loop around to the same spot that the first path technically does, though. So that sort of sorts all of that out in my tiny little itty-bitty brain, I think. Because, like, part of... Man, I keep accidentally switching. Part of the way that I try to do... Like, as I'm going super thorough through everything, part of the way that I try to do that is by sort of creating a mental image in my head of... And I'm explaining it like it's rocket science. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying my approach to trying to go 100% and collect even all of the crafting materials is I try to create a mental image in my head so that I can be like, okay, this connects to this and this connects to this. In areas like this, I have a very hard time doing that because I can't tell what connects to what. Okay, so then I think Folly on the Lake then has got to be done. Folly on the Lake, I think, is good. So then if we run back out towards where the Folly on the Lake Grace is at, which is this right here, we have another entrance into this area from here. But then the section of land that's on the map this way, like, what is this? So this is what I was talking about that I think leads back towards the Fire Monks. And then, oh no, this is what leads back towards the Fire Monks. And then this was what I just ran through a little bit ago. And then you've got a little bit of, yeah, just another rock formation here. And then you can kind of, it looks like kind of follow the land around the exterior, maybe. So this, okay, this was the land I was trying to find. I'm right on top of it here on the map. So this was the land I was trying to find that I wanted to quickly check. And I think I've probably run through all of these trees pretty thoroughly and picked up whatever I could. But then this little stretch of land, and that leads back towards Folly on the Lake. And so does this. And then the land sort of diverts over here. So this is basically just a divide that separates the regular water from the poison swamp, it looks like. And then, yeah, and then I went all along the edge of the land, but I never really came up on the land here, I don't think. Yeah, because then that... Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, I think this has been pretty thorough. I think I think we're in pretty solid shape for all of this now. Even though I still sort of have no clue what I've looked at and what I haven't. But it's pretty much just going to have to be good enough, I guess. Because what the heck? Like, again, I know I've been through here, but I couldn't just tell you where it leads because I have no friggin' clue. So I guess tomorrow, as we head into the poison swamp, the way that we should do it is heading in from, like, right here. And then just work our way through like that. So I guess that's going to wrap us for today. I don't even know what I got done today. I guess basically like this whole Folly on the Lake thing, which was very confusing. So anyway, that's going to wrap us for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, I would highly appreciate a like, a comment, and maybe a subscription if you're feeling up to it. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow.